Hello there, everyone. How are you guys this fine day? We are here watching Fat Scott, Lies and Gasoline, racing Super Metroid Randomizer today. What we're dealing with today is full countdown, full area, vanilla boss, difficulty, vanilla escape, random morph, random start, and I am joined here with Kevin. You know what? I didn't even ask you how you pronounce it. Kevnastics? I want to say Kevnastics. How are you today?
You got it. It's Kevnastics, just like gymnastics, just with the Kev there. And I am doing really well. And man, Green Bryn Star, boo. All right. So now, anyways, this is a really cool start. Was it random morph placement?
It was random morph placement.
All right. So it looks like with the speed boosters, Scott's they both got to leave this room and then speed right back through it. Now, Green Bryn is a pretty good start, and we have 4 major items in Green Bryn. One of them is likely to be morph, but maybe not if it's a late morph. But, you know, we're going to see some intended strats going through here. Looks like cropping on Fat Scott's screen. We got to kind of scoot it in a little bit. We see R Bryn, but we know it's Ger Bryn. Yeah, this is a pretty good start. You got an item-heavy location and a lot of things you can check. You got at least a few available items right away. Not having morph cannot check what's behind. And we have full countdown. So as you mentioned, the number in the top left of the screen is going to tell you how many majors are in this area. But in full countdown, majors, oh, there's the cropping. Majors only include unique items like beam upgrades, suits, grapple, X-ray beam. Unlike you know, major minor, like it does not include E-tanks as the major items, so just unique items. And with this being a full area, I'm really excited because I've been watching a lot of vanilla map lately in some light area, and I love me some full area rando.
And we're about to see what that first random is, and this is top of Green Bryn is leading to West Meridia. Okay.
Wait, Scott, you pretty much have to check Crab Hole because you don't have power bombs or... Oh no, you can get through the door. You can check Crab Hole here, but you can get through that door to Pink Bryn because it's only a missile door. So Scott is going to check this Crab Hole location, but the problem is he cannot get back out.
No, Lies and Gasoline is going to be taking the...
Oh, I probably would have saved...
The safer route.
Yeah, I probably would have saved if I was going to check Crab Hole, and Crab Hole requires morph, so Scott is soft locked.
Yeah, well,
oh, no,
so that's a question.
No,
I don't know where you... Is there a place where you could have saved right now?
Yeah, you can save in Green Bryn. There is a save room there.
You need... Oh, that's the map room that you need the morph ball for. That's right.
At least I think there's a save room in Green Bryn. You know, heck, I haven't played Mappo yet, so... But yeah, no morph. I forgot about that, too. We got Gravity Suit right away, so... West Meridia, I'm guessing, is going to be where we're going to find some progression. So I think that after Lies is... tooling around here, probably going to go, oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Got 2 suits in 2 minutes and 44 seconds. Are you kidding me? And, well, we got no morph. No power bombs. We can't check waterway.
Okay, well, going back up, going to go to West Meridia.
So where's morph going to be? Is morph going to be at Mama Turtle? Please tell me. Morph is Mama Turtle.
Can they get to Mama? Well, I guess that could be the second placement. I don't know what that particular spot.
I mean, it's gonna have to be. They can't get into Crab Supers. I mean, I guess they can go.
They can gravity jump.
Out of Mama Turtle, they can go to Beach. Yeah, both suits at Pink Bryn without morph. That is lit.
This is medium difficulty, so they can, or I guess logic can require them to grab jump to get up into the higher spots. So
true.
I don't know. This is gonna become interesting. And someone says morph could be behind spawn. That is right.
Morph can be where? Behind Spore Spawn?
Yeah. Morph could be behind
super missiles. Well, actually, you could do a vanilla Spore Spawn fight, so I would take this save here, and Lies is doing the smart move, taking this save. Yeah, you need explosives and supers, and I mean, that's kind of the thing. Without Morph Ball, there's only so much we can check. I mean, we can definitely check Mama Turtle, could potentially be 2 miners there. We could find our super missiles. and our power bomb pack. Could find a major bombs. I mean, we have 2 majors in West Meridia. Unfortunately, there's no more majors at Green Bryn that Scott can check. And if he does the Spore Spawn fight, he could be soft locked.
But it looks like he's going the other way. And we're going to get our Mama Turtle tech checks in here.
I mean, I totally
there's
did
Morph
a
Ball.
Ball in one of mine. Is Morph is right there? Okay, so what is that Mama Turtle?
Yep. And Power Bomb. So we got bombs and we have Morph Ball.
Heck yeah. So this is why with all the opponents that I've been racing, I'm like, give me early Morph. I don't want to do any of these like weird shenanigans. Because now, you know what the hard thing is? Not having Morph early. You're also like, you're thinking to yourself like, okay, I have to go back now to all the areas I've already been to and, check some of the item locations I've missed depending on what major items. But to be perfectly honest, with both suits already, you have to make that decision like, do I really want to go back and check that major, Because there's so many other areas you can go. And really nice power bomb fetch from Fat Scott right there. Little heads up play, checking speed missiles. Really good job. And Scott's going to go to Mama Turtle. Scott's going to find his morphing ball. So that's pretty cool. And he's already got power bombs. So now it's like a super hunt. Yeah, that's that strat that's Fat Scott did. That's like that's a pretty common way to get Main Street missiles in Hundo. Some people will charge a spark from that same shelf that Scott did. That's what I do. And some will charge it from the bottom. And then there's the intended way, which is going through the green gate room. Mm-hmm. That's a tough item to get without wave beam, the one that Scott's going for right there. Nice down shot, get your power bomb. Good stuff. And nice grab jump by Lies. Yeah, go ahead.
Nice gravity jump. No worries. So Lies Gasoline slowly making their way up West Meridia. We're going to be able to check this location, see where it might eventually lead to. Of course, only one other major, so probably go up and check the majors up. Nope, is going to check. Gonna save.
I would definitely check.
Okay.
I would check beach and watering hole. Without any super missiles, you have 3 item checks that you can do up here.
That's right. Beach is up here. I forgot. There's 3 items up here to get.
Yeah, and we can get all 3 of those items without any other materials. So Lies is hoping that it's going to be supers. Look at Scott finds a super, a heads up play going to crab supers. But Scott's got to be careful. He's in 1 hit. Well, maybe not 1 hit KO range. Now he's got 55 energy. Now he can take 2 hits, but I forgot he had gravity and Varia. Mm-hmm. But still, Scott's going to have to be pretty careful here. No, Scott, you don't want to do this. Don't spark. Oh, Scott.
Oh, didn't quite make it up there.
Scott tends to be very aggressive. I would just do a gravity jump here, just really quick. Just gravity jump. But anyways, we got space jump.
Yeah, hey, we found the last major here.
Now, honestly, with the minor situation that Scott has and only 1 major being in West Meridia, I don't know if Scott's going to go up there and check and find it. I probably would this early on. So you could save scum the item too, and that's probably what Scott's going to do. You also kind of want to think about transitions. Transitions are really important. Oh, I also, by the way, I like that save from Fat Scott so he doesn't die. Lies and Gasoline being in critical might be able to take 1 hit from this ouch here. But you got to remember,
nope, 1 hit was enough.
I'm pretty sure Lies took that save, though. It's hard because Meridia enemies hit really hard because in the vanilla game, you're expected to have a high number of E-tanks. Really heads up play by Scott using that power bomb to get some enemies there. But Lies going to have to go up there, and Scott, Lies is not going to go get space jump. I don't agree with this play.
Ooh, leaving it behind?
Not only, could it possibly be progression, but it just makes movement so much easier. Scott's going to have to be careful, too. Scott's in 1 hit KO also. Yeah, lag save.
Did we see West Meridia going to top of red, or the 2 in Red Bryn Star?
Nice to know where back of Morph is, so the runners, well, actually, we didn't even have a vanilla start, so criteria is open. where would you go at this point? Like, you got 5 portals. I'd probably just go and get portal information right now.
How many majors were in criteria? I didn't actually see that count.
I think it said 2. I would probably go Red Tower. You have you already have both suits. Red Tower has 5 or 6 portals. So I would just check all the portals. So I would go check Spazer. Well, actually, he can't. Lies doesn't have super missiles yet.
No, I think he's found.
Lies probably has to go back to Meridia.
Yeah, he found the moat in that last portal check. Yep. I think I would have gone through there and finished off, or go through criteria at that point.
That's not bad. You have the Gauntlet, but you can't get back out of Gauntlet. So criteria PBs could be checked. I would probably back of Morph is not a bad location, but oh god, Scott, you're gonna die. You don't have to kill this guy to get out of here. Just leave. Oh my god.
There he goes.
That's just but honestly, that one major could be at X-Ray. We have Space Jump, that could be progression. Again, we have both suits, so
we found Lower Norfair access.
Really, all you're kind of looking for now is you're just looking for ammo or charge beam. If you really think about it, Scott's already got a worst room in the game item. Can already gravity jump through Lower Norfair, but could also find the back of Lower Norfair. I think right now Scott should just be going. I wouldn't even worry about long out of the way checks. One major in Red Bryn, I'm probably not even going to check X-Ray. I'm going to go check Spazer. If I'm Scott, I'm going to go check Spazer, and then I'll go and see what the portals are and just try to find, I want to go to Norfair at this point. Kind of what I would be looking for. I don't know why. I'm kind of dangerous. Oh, Scott does want criteria, though. I don't know why he wouldn't check Spazer first. That's a really quick check, only a couple door transitions away. He's got supers, though. Screw Attack is a really good find here. Now we have Gauntlet access. Pretty easy. You can get all the way through Gauntlet. There's a lot of items in criteria. Again, I'm not entirely sure which way I would go. I'll let you talk. It's just my thing. I just talk a lot. You go ahead, interrupt me, do what you need. You've got something to say, just go.
You're fine. Really not much to say at the moment other than watching them do all these checks. They both ended up in Crater. And I think I didn't actually quite catch that. Was top of Red Tower vanilla? That go-to?
It looks like it might have been. I wasn't paying any attention, but we got a big rate at 81 from SpeedGaming too. I was looking at Fat Scott trying to see. I got to tell you, Fat Scott did a really good job picking up that ceiling tank right there and is looking pretty healthy right now. Billy Mays probably a good check, but I would not have done Billy Mays. I don't know. It sounds crazy. Scott's lucking out getting a bunch of super missiles, but I'm not. I don't know. I'm looking at criteria with 2 items, and I have both suits. I would probably ignore criteria, a lot of the checks, and just go look at the portals.
I don't know. He might not be expecting to ever find charge beam. So doing all these other minor ammo or all these checks and just getting as much ammo, because he really hasn't left anything behind as far as ammo goes. So might be just trying to build up. I've seen several times while watching just this tournament, it was the individual who just kept on picking up all those missiles, super missiles that ended up winning because they didn't rely upon the charge beam go mode at the end.
Oh no, you're preaching to the choir. I almost never bank on charge. I generally always bank on ammo, but there's also Upper Norfair, Green Brinstar, Green and Pink Brinstar. You have Wreck Ship. I feel like there's way more better places you can get ammo potential than criteria. I don't know. I just feel like criteria, the items are too far spread out. I would be looking for an Upper Norfair connection, or I would have gone back to Brinstar. Me personally.
Well, so Scott also does have knowledge that criteria connects both ways into Red Brinstar, very, very close to each other. So he could just be making a huge loop through Crate, and then he skips Old Mother Brain. Oh, well, he's probably trying to save. No, he has Screw Attack. Why would you skip Old Mother Brain at this point? Oh,
because he's skipping it because there's no more majors left in Criteria.
Right. There's no more majors.
Got him, so, and he's got for 14 minutes in, we have a pretty healthy ammo count right now. So if I was Scott, I'm ignoring the rest of the item checks here. Just going straight to find out what the portals are. Let's see what Mushroom Kingdom is. Scott, buddy. Go check.
Probably taking a save. Might be taking a save.
He might, yeah. So actually, that's really a heads-up play. You take this save right here. You go check those 2 portals. You find out what they are. If they don't lead you anywhere you want to go, you come back here, and then you go back to Red Tower, and I think go check out. This is a big find right here from Lies and Gasoline. We have Kraid's Lair, which is a dead end, so it's not going to lead anywhere, but this is a portal you want to find. Now, KJ, do we have Boss Rando on? I forget.
No, we do not have Boss Rando on.
Feels bad, man. I want Boss Rando. No, but it's still cool. So this is a really good find for Lies. Gonna put Lies 1 boss up ahead of Scott. Scott's back in Red Brinstar. I wonder if Scott will make the X-ray check. I'm gonna check these portals right here. I'll probably check the Kip Miners, and then I would just skip X-ray. It's too long of a check, and you already got 2 suits and a healthy amount of ammo. Screw Attack.
Yeah, he easily start leaving those kinds of checks behind. I wouldn't be surprised if he still went down and did Alpha PBs, because those are additional 2 checks right next to each other.
Exactly. Like I said, I think the Kip Miners are a smart play because you can get some good ammo right there. But also, it's quick. You still have 1 outstanding major. It might. Ooh, there's
Turian.
So that's big knowledge for Fat Scott right there. I always like finding Turian early in a full area. I've just had too many full area seeds where you're in heckin' go mode and you got all the bosses down and you just cannot find Turian. By the way, I'm going to call out, since we call these the Kip Miners, Fat Scott also has the Maverick, which is Space Jump and Screw Attack. That's called the Maverick. And we got Spazer, our first team upgrade.
Good. Spazer's good. I like Spazer. Spazer's the way to go every time.
Yeah. Did Lies find Turian? It's possible, Jace, that Lies did because they were already in Red Tower. But I did not.
See, I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Yeah, like I said, it's possible.
You did find Turian? Okay. Then Fast Scott's going to find Lower Norfair soon, because this check right here takes him to 3 Musketeers.
Yeah. I like both of our runners' routing is not bad. Like I just said, me personally, I would have Scott. Well, you got Screw Attack, but now you know what? I actually can't fault Scott. Scott, you got to go down 1, brother. You're a hundo runner. How do you not know? How do you not know that? Scott got lost. I actually
like Charge Beam.
Scott.
Charge Beam's at Kraid.
All right, so Scott's probably going to end up and find this. Lower Norfair has no items, so I would just go kill Ridley and be done. Check a couple items to try to get those supers, because Scott doesn't have Charge Beam. I would want to get 1 more pack of supers. Mm-hmm. With Screw Attack, this is not too dangerous for Scott. Scott's a very accomplished Super Metroid runner, so I like this play. But the thing is Scott going to do reverse amphitheater? I would. You're going to want to find out where that portal leads to.
And how many E-tanks do you need in order to pull that one off? I think I saw last time.
He's got enough. Yeah, he's got enough. He's got Varia and Gravity, so the lava damage is going to be a little less than it would be in the vanilla game. But also Space Jump. Yeah, he's got Space Jump and Screw Attack, so he's got more than enough tanks, whether it's in Logic or not. I think it's in Logic with this loadout. I also want to say Scott got through that Spring Ball maze really, really well without Spring Ball. That's pretty hard to do. For the casual observer, that was really swaggy for Scott to do that. And he's really doing a lot of checks. Definitely wants to get a lot of ammo here, maybe looking for another E-tank just by chance. There's really no other reason to collect this ammo other than to kill Ridley and hope for go mode.
And skipped Old Mother Brain. That's still
That would have been a quicker check. You're right.
Exactly.
Well, you know, I got to say he probably wasn't counting on finding this portal. By the way, we've been ignoring Lies and Gasoline a little bit. Still has 2 Criterion majors to check out. I believe we know what those majors are, even though I forgot. I think one of them was X-Ray.
Yes, X-Ray, and I can't remember the other one, but they were both down.
X-Ray and Spazer.
Spazer was found, I believe, at the Red Tower, Red Star.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Screw Attack. That's what it was. Screw Attack was what? Behind Morph, I think? Screw Attack's a big one. Lies is going to want to find that.
And we're going to see a gauntlet check now.
Scott going ham on Lower Norfair. I approve this. I hope... Well, the thing is we know Lies is not going to find anything good at Gauntlet, so unfortunately this is just going to be a long check that's not going to yield anything like really useful, except for, you know, potentially 3 good miners.
Ooh, did Fat Scott just get a lucky break right here by finding right here, because he was out.
Possibly. Oh yeah.
That was soft locked right there.
Well, not really. You can kind of go back and forth. Like he could. It's well, actually, you're right. He doesn't have bombs, so yeah, Scott would have been really absolutely screwed there because the Duskiga's percentage of dropping power bombs is almost like they can, but it's not good. Wow, Scott really got bailed by PBs of shame. I like Baja Blood PBs of clutch. Good call. Yep. And Lies noping out of that gauntlet check. Nothing good there. I didn't see what it is, but we knew it's not going to be a major. That's going to be.
So we might see Lies just go down and check the Morph area. I mean, he's already gone this far in. Probably keep on going.
I think it's safe to say Scott has a pretty sizable lead right now, but that's really kind of all dependent on, you know, how well this Ridley fight goes. And I feel pretty confident Scott's going to have no trouble with this Ridley fight. How well Scott watches his ammo, but also, you know, Lies is one boss up, and I don't know how long it's going to be before Scott finds Kraid. You know, that could be a late find for Scott, you know, depending on whether he decides to do reverse amphitheater. If I routed it the way Scott did, I might just go reverse amphitheater and just see what's there. But, you know, what else is outstanding in Red Tower for Scott? We still haven't checked Spazer. We still haven't checked X-Ray Beam. No, actually, he already got the one major.
I was going to say, I think he got all the majors in Red Tower.
Right. Does Scott know what the other portals are at the bottom of Red Tower? I know Lies.
I believe he does. I believe he's gone through all of those. The one amphitheater would be the way to go.
Yeah, that would be the way.
We have no idea what's going on over there, and we haven't even seen Upper Norfair. We haven't seen East Meridia, Wreck Ship, Crocomire. We've got a lot of things to see still.
Really solid Ridley fight so far from Scott. Kind of feels bad that Lies is going to do this check because it's a long one, but that was really smart. 3 power bombs will kill the Booyans. The Booyans, we got to call them Booyans for Hockey Towner. It's actually Boyans. Nah, who cares? The 3 power bombs will take out the Boyans, and we'll see what's at the top of Climb Supers. Going to be there, but unfortunately, Lies is probably dead.
Doesn't have enough energy. Well, you might be able to damage boost. You might have to get it done.
You can take 2 or 3 hits. Oh no,
he's got it.
He's good. He's good. You know what? With these palette swaps, I sometimes tend to forget the suits, and like it's unusual to have both suits so darn early. You know what I mean?
I mean, they were the first or the second and third majors found in this. So yes, that's pretty crazy.
I don't think I have ever seen a seed with 2 suits under 3 minutes. This might be a first for me.
And in fact, well, no, he's not in go mode. Lies needs more energy to be in go mode, but very, very close to being in go mode.
Yeah, I mean, we got Batoon access, got both suits, got charge beam. Well, actually, I'm gonna tell you right now, Lies is in go mode once he gets a worse room in the game item. It's a crappy go mode. You know, nobody wants a 300-shot Mother Brain fight except for King of the Hill.
And he knows where space jump is, so you can always go back and get that space jump if wanted.
Yeah, probably hoping to find a better worse room in the game item. You know what, Baja?
That's right.
Right.
It might not be necessary with full area. I mean, Fat Scott was able to take out Ridley, so as soon as Lies picks up these energy tanks, that technically go mode, but I don't know if Lies and Gasoline is comfortable with it.
You know what? If I'm Scott right now, I'm gonna save before this reverse amphitheater. Like, he's got enough energy to make it, and he's got space jump and screw attack, but it's just like an unnecessary risk.
Did he save? He didn't save, did he?
He did not.
Oh, he gets down there. Okay.
I mean, he's gonna be fine. It's just not.
That's still cutting it close.
Is he dead?
No, that's 90. He's on.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, it looks like 0-0 on my screen. I was worried about it for a minute. Oh, he did save? Okay, all right. All right, I should probably watch
and gets energy refill. Okay, Lies Gasoline going through, picking up these extra ammo and energy tanks. So, Lies and Gasoline is technically go mode first. if you hate yourself and you really want to put yourself through that kind of screen.
Once on, yeah, those bailout items for Scott. No kidding, Beamer. Holy crap. Mm-hmm. Hi, Hero of Gods. We're doing awesome today. We got a really sweet race right now. I'm definitely giving the lead right now to Fat Scott. But again, we'll see how quickly Lies makes it to Lower Norfair if he decides to go Lower Norfair, and then see what Fat Scott does as far as when he finds Kraid. Because it could be a long time. This could be an Upper Norfair or an East Meridia transition right here. It could be a really long time before Scott gets back to an area where he can find the Kraid transition.
I'm not really sure who I would put in the lead right now, but it's really, I think Scott has a knowledge there.
Definitely has checked more portals. Has a huge movement advantage with space jump. I kind of feel bad that Lies didn't go back and get space jump. I think Scott lucked out. I think that was a really good transition. I would get those missiles, Scott. But again, this is a great place. We have one outstanding item here, and we know that Charge Beam is at Kraid, but Fat Scott could be thinking Charge Beam is here. So he's going to check Waterway, would be my guess. Probably will check Eddie Coons.
I'm a little curious why he didn't go and check Green Hill Zone exit and see where that led.
We already know that portal, I believe, don't we?
Do we? What was that portal? They didn't have supers at this point.
I know we know Green Brinstar elevator, but I'm pretty sure at least one of these runners checked that portal on the way out.
Did not get it down. Oh well, I guess we might see it eventually. And we did get that Spazer check. And I believe that ended up being just regular missiles. Was it super missiles?
Yeah. This is a pretty late seed for finding like Upper Norfair or wrecked ship. Like pretty much, this is a good portal check from Lies right here. We have not seen this portal yet.
This one I believe goes to West Meridia. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So did Scott check it? Oh, you know what? You're right. Scott came down from the other way.
Yeah, so Lies and Gasoline might be going back to get that space jump after. Nope, still leaving it behind. Okay. No, are we going to go back?
Thinking about it.
Thinking about it?
He's trying to... Maybe also, yeah.
There we go. Okay. You have screw attack. Been this far. Might as well come up here and get this. It's not that hard of a check anymore.
I feel like Scott's going to get a beam upgrade here.
Ice beam would be nice.
Yeah, ice is not needed, but very welcome. No beam upgrade.
So then, Eticoons.
Yeah, I think Scott will continue to check. And that's not a bad play with... honestly, though, I want to just bum rush Upper North. I want to try to find Upper Norfair. I'm not doing any of these checks. He's got a lot of super missiles, a lot of game left to play. There's a lot of minor items.
And we know for a fact he will find Charge Beam. Because once he finds Kraid and destroys Kraid, he's gonna get Charge Beam.
Where is Kraid? Is Kraid that Brinstar location that Scott missed? I forget where.
Kraid was from the vanilla route to Green Bryn from Turian.
Oh,
mushroom. Yeah, mushroom. Kraid is in mushroom.
Now, when I play these area seeds, I map it. Oh, we finally have an Upper
Norfair. There we go, Up Norfair. So we found that, and we've only got one major.
Route. Scott's gonna go reverse Remembered Highway here.
Is that what this area is called? Remembered Highway.
That's in New Route. It's called Remembered Highway.
I like that name.
Yeah, but this is the intended route to get to Bubble Mountain. This is the developer's intended route. So really always kind of cool to see that, you know, sometimes in categories like Mapo True Completion, you know, you'll see certain places of the game that you wouldn't normally see, but new route runners will go that way. Scott's going to do the wave check here.
Well, there's 2 items right here. Again, he's fully focused on trying to go into ammo, and getting any of these extra checks that are condensed are nice for him.
Yeah, and honestly, if I'm Scott, like, I'm probably going to check Norfair Reserve before I check Speed, because you have 3 items you can check there as opposed to 2, and it's a little faster. So we'll see if Scott opts to do that, or if he just decides to check Speed, you know, before going anywhere else. And we got a bunch of portals. I mean, high jump boots, you have 3 items in high jump boots. You have 2 in ice, because you can go to ice and crumble shaft. You know, Scott's like, you know, high jump boots away from having ideal movement items, you know. We got a portal right here we can check.
Did we know that Crab Hole went to Upper Norfair? I feel like we've seen this. We've seen this part of Upper Norfair, the mouth, but maybe not where it went. I don't know. And both runners at the same time find access into wreck ship.
You know, this could put Lies ahead, you know, because we're talking about it. Lies already has Kraid down, and I feel like Scott is quite a ways away from finding that transition. So, you know, fighting Kraid early could be big. I really think, like, don't get me wrong, Lies is doing a tremendous job. I think both of our runners are routing this really well. Just knowing Scott's vanilla times and, like, watching the game, Scott has a definite movement advantage as opposed to Lies and Gasoline. But I know Scott's also fairly new to Randomizer in the last year. I don't know Lies' experience. I know that Lies was in the Rando tournament we had this summer.
Lies, go up and check that item real quick.
I know, right?
It's much, much easier right now.
You know what? There's been a lot of runners that have forgot about Varia tweaks already in this tournament, realizing that Varia tweaks are on. We haven't talked about that yet. Varia tweaks means that wreck ship E-tank location is already open. So yeah, it would definitely be better to check that before you turn the ship on. But we're gonna get a save, probably a Fantoon fight. With Gravity Suit, this is a free Fantoon fight.
Absolutely.
I don't really care who you are. I mean, what does it do? 20 damage, 10 damage?
As opposed to, was it 80 damage, Suitless?
Suitless is 40 damage per
40
hit.
damage?
Yeah.
Feels like
you know, and we got a lot of, yeah, it's only 10 with Gravity Suit. I mean, I'm really bad at Fantoon. You gotta be really bad at Fantoon to not take him out with this thing. Scott, I'm gonna laugh at you if you die.
With, what was that, 6 E-tanks? You'd have to try.
I've known Scott for a long time. Scott is, you know, a younger member of our community, but very active in the Discord, very active, plays a lot of categories. Really, really great runner. Nice to be able to be here in the morning to do comms. And Lies and Gasoline seems fairly new, but they did a really great job in the Rando tournament over the summer. So I'm glad I was able to be here with you this morning and do this commentary.
Yeah, and on that note, everyone, you should be giving these guys all a follow. As you can see, Phat Scott and Lies and Gasoline, they're both doing a really, really great job. Both of them at this particular race. So if you haven't, you should give them a follow. Give Kevnastics. I have to think about that name. Kevnastics. Cool. And number 343 Apollo as well.
I'll just call you KJ because trying to pronounce your name, I don't even know how it's said, dude.
You know what? That's a funny thing because everyone always gets it wrong. So I'm sticking with KJ at this point. So KJ is great.
Let's go. I got it from now on.
So Lies and Gasoline getting Fantoon almost down. We're getting close to that. phatscott's just doing a couple of checks. Not really finding anything, but doing more minor checks. Looks like he's had enough of missiles. Which is, yeah, you don't need missiles. You've got plenty.
I mean, if I'm Scott, I'm leaving right now. Honestly, I'm going to go check and see what the other portal is. Yeah, I'm doing this check that Scott's doing. Now, we know exactly where this is going to lead. It's going to lead Scott. Oh, no, we got enraged there. Lies was probably one missile off on Fantoon.
Probably, but he's got through. He's fine.
Yeah, he's totally fine. Scott's going to, let's go check. Let's see what this item is. This might be the major that Lies missed. This could be it. I'm not coming back to Wreck Ship for any reason, though. I'm going to go check this portal. I'm going to follow it to Upper Norfair. I'm going to go check the other Upper Norfair portals. So, yeah. Luckily,
Wreck Ship is pretty isolated as well, so there's no reason whatsoever to ever come back to Wreck Ship. Honestly, there's nothing here that's going to put them in any more of an advantage. I mean, unless it's a pickup along the way.
Are there, and have we not seen any East Meridia portals yet? I don't recall seeing East Meridia at all. So Meridia is going to be one of the Upper Norfair, one of the Upper Norfair portals.
The last Upper Norfair portal we haven't seen is Crocker.
Yeah, I was thinking Croc is the one we hadn't seen.
Croc has, at this point, Crockemeyer has to lead to East Meridia, and then the other East Meridia portal will lead to the original, to actual.
Yeah, so we'll see what East Meridia portal it's going to be. You know, it could be Forgotten Highway, it could be Front Location. There's bound to be a couple items there. I feel like at this point our beam upgrades have to be in East Meridia.
That means,
you know? Man, we got
there's a couple of them that we're abandoning, but you think we're going to have 3 majors or 4 majors in East Meridia?
I mean, it's possible. You know, what majors have we not seen? We still haven't seen high jump boots. We still haven't seen bombs or spring ball jump. Or I'm sorry, just spring ball. So
yeah, we haven't seen 8 majors so far. I mean, there's still grapple, high jump, bombs,
and there's only 1 in Upper Norfair, 1 in Wreck Ship.
And we've seen, I believe, the rest of them everywhere else. So yeah, we'll see what's over here. Wouldn't be something to have a vanilla ice. That'd be great.
If it's vanilla ice, everybody gets your Rip Van Winkle emotes out in chat, or Rob Van Winkle.
Another super missile. Getting very, very close to complete go mode, ammo go mode.
Did Scott check? Why would you not check high jump boots for? I would have checked high jump boot location first, unless Scott's already done it, because that's 3 items as opposed to the 2 you can find here.
Well, phatscott might be skipping that altogether. I mean, yes, it would be great, but he's probably thinking, yeah, just going straight down and checking that Crockemeyer portal.
Yeah, true. I don't know. The more I play these things, the more, I don't know if I would have done that, Scott. It's a good way to get the item, but it's a little tricky for that. Well, he's got
gets the energy back.
Yeah, it's no big deal. Just sometimes crumble shaft is a big giant pain in the butt. Fortunately, Scott's got space jump. It's going to make really fast work of it. I don't know. The more I play these things, the more I kind of learn that, like, some of the gambles, like if you want to take risks or gambles, you know, the best items to skip are the ones that, you know, there's not a large volume of items, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I tend to run randos a lot like a hundo runner. Like, I'm going to pick everything up. That's something I've been trying to do over the last year, is be a little more bold with my item skips, and just try to go to the item heavy areas first and just bank on those.
Looks like we are getting those high jump boots check in. Lies and Gasoline not going up to Bubble Mountain. probably making his way to, because I don't know if he's seen where Lower Norfair's check goes.
Looks like Cathedral might be the major. Did we see Upper Norfair Reserve? Actually, I don't think we did.
We haven't seen anything in Bubble Mountain. We haven't seen Crop Escape.
Well, we did. No, we saw Speed. We saw Speed. We saw Wave. I just think Scott took that portal. Scott took the portal in single chamber instead of going to the Upper Norfair Reserve. I think you're right. No, yep. I believe you're right. So that could be the major, but we know it's not going to be Charge Beam. Like right now, Charge Beam is the only thing Scott really wants. But he'll take Ice Beam or Scott, you better. Oh no, he farmed Power Bombs. Okay.
And yep, looks like we're gonna go down and check.
Yeah, Scott might have skipped Speed. You're right, Baja. I mean, that was a pretty good portal. I don't know. I'm still giving Lies a little bit of the lead here. Yeah, you don't want to take this transition, Lies. Oh wait, no. Now that I think about it,
Lies would be fine.
Done Lower Norfair.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Lies is turning around.
That's actually a good point because he has Space Jump, he has Screw Attack. Yeah, Charge is a moot point. You're right, Crane. Scott is almost in go mode, so I'm gonna say Scott has not a commanding lead, but a pretty big lead right now.
Yeah,
Lower Norfair is long.
It is, but you're taking it the logical path. And you don't have to deal with Amphitheater. You can just go all the way through.
Yeah, actually, Lies, you probably wanted that Lower Norfair connection there. So, yeah, Scott does not have a commanding lead, though. It's just a pretty big lead right now. It kind of depends on how fast Lies finds a Lower Norfair entrance that he wants. Maybe he's not comfortable going to Lower Norfair with this loadout. Or maybe he just wants portal information. We know we're going to find East Meridia here, so it looks like Lies is going to kind of sync up with Scott. And then after they both beat Dragon, it's going to be a race to see, Ridley for Lies, Kraid for Scott. And then they both know where Turian is.
I was saying Scott has a knowledge advantage, but at this point, now that Gasoline knows where Lower Norfair is at and knows where an already defeated Kraid, I think Gasoline has more knowledge now about where everything's at than Scott does. And Scott has a long ways to go to get over to Mushroom in order to find Kraid.
I think Scott should be able to deduce where that is, but also I don't know if Scott's checked as many portals as Lies has. So there could be a significant gap in what Scott knows. I will have to see. Either way, it's going to be very interesting. There's Grapple Beam. You might as well pick it up no matter what. Best beam in the game. Prove me wrong.
I raise you a Spazer, sir.
I am Grapple all the way. I do like Spazer. So, but I'm an RBO runner primarily, so like.
Okay.
I love Grapple. Yeah, Scott could lose a lot of time checking Forgotten Highway. Forgotten Highway at this point, I think, has to be Crop.
Yeah, it has to be. By default, those are everything else. I do not recall. Where did the original... so you go left for Mushroom, go right for Turian. Where did that portal end up going? I forgot to mark that in. I know we've seen it. I just can't remember where it was. Was that the other West Meridia?
I think so, because one of them was Kraid. And then... where the heck was Turian? Was Turian in Red Tower?
Yeah, Turian is Red Tower. The West Meridia. What do you call that? The West Meridia Escape.
Yeah, something like that.
Swoop City.
I was very trolling with those swoops.
And takes Dragon out.
Scott's probably going to check this major. Even if it is Charge Beam, it's going to be helpful. Because we're still in, an uncomfortable ammo, not even in go mode yet, ammo-wise. We know it's not going to be Charge Beam, but there's another super.
Well,
so Scott is in go mode. Yeah, Scott's in full go mode now. It's not a super comfy go mode, but it's doable. You know, honestly, if I'm at 60-45, I'm not doing any more checks. I'm just getting out of this seat as fast as I can. You know, if something's along the way, like I might check it for a possible super. I think Scott can do speed Zeb skip, Crane. I think so. And at the very least, you know, you can missile all the Zebs. I mean, it's kind of stupid long, but, you know, that won't give you a lot of leeway at Mother Brain. You could break all the Zebs and then shoot all the glass.
Phatscott's going to be checking. Did he check? Yeah, he checked Aqueduct. Probably going to do some of the sandpits check.
I mean, we know he's going to Kraid, so if he gets to Kraid and, you know, he might be hoping Charge Beam is there, but either way, you got a couple checks in Kraid. Like, he's going to find it. He's going to be fine. We're going to get just 2 E-Tanks here. Scott does not need any more E-Tanks.
Oh, Liza Gasoline almost getting the quick grab.
Yeah, that quick grapple can be fickle. Can be very tricky.
And just going to wait it out until you're able to get it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah. Crane, I would be willing to bet that Scott can do speed Zeb skip. I mean, I believe in Scott quite a lot. No, pick up those missiles, dude. Just pick them up. Then you don't have to worry about it. Scott not picking up those missiles actually tells me that he knows speed Zeb skip or has forgotten about the Zebs. Is he going to check plasma? I bet he's going to check plasma. Shoot,
well, then there's also Forgotten Highway.
Forgotten Highway. You're right. Forgotten Highway at this point has to be Croc. So this is giving Lies and Gasoline a lot of time to catch up. Because Scott is a very, very far way away from Kraid. We are getting that plasma check. I think plasma's going to be high jump boots because why not? Definitely a comfort item, but super unnecessary at this point.
So what would make him... You think Charge is what's making him go out of his way? Oh, it's just missiles. Oh,
heck. It's got to be the only thing. Like, why else would you check plasma? This is a really out-of-the-way check for one item.
Left sandpit is where it's going to be at.
Right? I mean, technically, without Spring Ball, I don't even think left sandpit's in logic.
No, I don't think it is either. And Lies Gasoline probably just trying to get their bearings, figure out what's the next step.
Yeah, I'm not saying Scott can't get it, but he also might be looking for Ice Beam. Like right now, he's got to be feeling pretty good about his ammo. I mean, Ice Beam is pretty powerful. You have Zeb Skip. You have the Metroid rooms will be a little bit faster. I think it's worth kind of going out of your way for Ice. I'm just not sure that I would do it at this point. 47 minutes in, I'm going to be trying to jet this seed. And I always feel kind of behind. So I would be, I don't know. I feel like both of these runners have to be feeling pretty good right now. Like maybe, you know, I'd be feeling pretty good right now. 47 minutes in.
With go mode and only having one boss remain, yes, I mean Scott has to do this particular check right here. He has to because he doesn't know where
he doesn't know where Kraid is.
Lies having
by the way, SpeedGaming 4 with a huge raid of 116, our second raid of the day. SpeedGaming 4, we have a really compelling race right now. Lies looks a little bit lost, and Scott, like we thought, Scott finds Croc. He's going to do Croc. You know what? I'm going to call Ice Beam is going to be at Croc. But here's the thing. Come on, we need Lies and Gasoline to hit Lower Norfair, crush Lower Norfair, and this could be a really close race going into Turian. Because again, Scott has no idea where Kraid is.
See, how far away is Lies and Gasoline from Lower Norfair?
I feel like, where was that transition? Was it up top here?
He wants to get to
or was
Green
it
Britain. That's where he'd want to go. So that will take him to Green Hill Zone. And if he goes to the bottom exit from Green Hills, that takes him to the normal entrance to Lower Norfair. And phatscott already taking out.
What a wild indeed.
Oh, Musketeers? Musketeers was the normal entrance into the vanilla entrance into Red Brent Star. That's where Musketeers was at.
You are really good, KJ, at tracking these areas.
I have a map right here. I'm cheating.
Are you 2-0? Can I race you next?
You know what? I did not hear about this race until after it started. I would have loved to join this race, and if I can if I could start with a 0-2, I'll do that if I can join.
Oh, I hadn't realized you weren't in the tournament. I guess it's just because I've seen you sign up for all the comms. I felt like you were a part of it.
No, I really wish if I had known about it, I would.
Well, we're happy to have you a part of it in any capacity that you can be in.
Oh, thank you.
So is this? I'm trying to think. I don't even know what record these runners have. If this is an 0-1 or an
I don't either. Is there someone in the chat might know? Is there a quick, easy document that we can find that has that? I don't have it in front of me.
Yeah, so
probably
this is
something
a
like
1-0 race or an 0-1 race. So
oh, is that what it is? phatscott 1-0, Lies and Gasoline 0-1.
Oh, is that how it works out? This has got to be the one. They would both have to be 1-0, I think. But either way, thanks, Beamer. I mean, after this, I think we have. I know we have one more match tomorrow. Polar Bear Bunny and Akeline are tomorrow. I don't know if there's another one today.
Yes, there's one more at 1 p.m. Eastern.
All right. So we're going to finish up our races for the week 2. And phatscott's back in Upper Norfair. Lies and Gasoline. I feel like Lies has been here like 5 times this West Meridian transition here. And really doing a great job. Lies has had 1 death, but that did not set him back too far. Lies is going on a good route to Lower Norfair according to Beamer. Anybody that knows how darn good Beamer is at this game, you know that that's happening.
Yep, he's going to go to that vanilla entrance into Red Tower, and that's going to take him to 3 Musketeers, so he'll quickly be able to get in, get out.
So it's a race right now.
It is.
Finding and killing Kraid. Lies finding and killing Ridley. It looks like Lies. The difference is Lies knows where he's going.
I'm going to say phatscott would know at this point, too.
This is really exciting. KJ, I got to step away for just one moment. I'm going to mute my mic, IRL stuff. I will be right back.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'm going to say phatscott probably knows where to go right now. He's going to go up this, and this is going to take him to the normal entrance to West Meridia. All he has to do from here is just make the normal climb up to West Meridia, and that's going to pop him out right next to Mushroom. And that's exactly where he needs to go to find Kraid. Kraid is just across the hall down of Mushroom. Yeah, although where was that Spazer again? Was that Spazer here in Lower Norfair? I can't remember where it was at. Nope, phatscott's gonna go a different route. This is gonna take him, to Upper Norfair. Oh, that's right. Lower Norfair was barren. You're right. Spazer was at the top of Red Tower. So Lies and Gasoline might find Spazer still. It's better than the pea shooter, but might find Spazer still. If he goes right back up through Lower Norfair back to 3 Musketeers, that'll take him to the top. He might check it. He might not. We'll see. For any kind of beam other than what he has, that would be a good choice to do.
This is kind of wild right now. Like, I did not expect, I think the route deviation has made this very exciting, like not really knowing who's ahead. Like, I thought Scott had quite a big lead.
Yep.
But having trouble finding, like, okay, so Scott is at Kraid right now.
Yep.
How far ahead would we say Scott is at this point? I'm trying to think of where Turian is. Like, who's closer to Turian? I think Lies is closer to Turian.
Lies is, I guess, kind of closer to Turian. I don't know if your route to go just because he has to escape Lower Norfair. But phatscott, he's got to go. Where's he got to go? Wow, this map is crazy.
This is a wild map.
He's got to make his way back to the Red Tower, is what he has to do, and he has a very good access back into Red Tower.
Yeah, I would think it's pretty safe to say that Scott's in the lead, but it's just a matter of how much. And with neither of our runners finding Ice Beam, you know, they have enough power bombs. The Metroid rooms will be slow, but they're on pretty even for that. Oh, Scott missing a super in that crate quick kill.
Yeah, Scott is definitely closer to Turian. Now I'm looking at the map and getting it sorted out. Yeah, Scott is very, very close. All he needs to do is go back into Mushroom and then go through the vanilla entrance to Red Tower, top of Red Tower from Criteria. And
you can tell that.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
No. That was pretty much it. And he's definitely closer, and it's such a quick kill that he's done.
Yeah. You can tell that Lies is maybe not 100% comfortable with the Ridley fight, firing over 30 supers. Probably best to be safe. You know, not going to soft lock. Has plenty of power bombs, has charge beam, but, you know, charge beam damage on Ridley, again, it would be 300 shots with no ammo with charge beam. So you can see how much damage I think a charge beam shot would do.
Oh, it's not entirely easy. Trying to control Ridley's movements with his pogoing, I still don't fully get it.
It takes a long time. I got good at fighting Ridley by just practicing low ice Ridley. So, you know, get out your practice ROM, practice low ice Ridley, learn those pogo manips. It'll save your life in a random situation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, phatscott, he's just going to go up from here. He knows exactly where he's going at this point.
Yeah, I would say, talking in chat, I would agree with Beamer. It definitely looks like Lies knows exactly where he's going and has everything marked off perfectly. I don't know what kind of method Scott uses. Me, I just do a hand-drawn map. I like this spark from Lies and Gasoline. Really, really cool. Heads up right there. Save a little bit of time. I like to just write it down, but just so people know, like, different from the last rando tourney the community had, you are allowed to use an auto tracker for this. But I don't know. What is KJ? What's your favorite method of tracking area? Because I just write down a map and I use a pen and I link areas one to the next.
The way I track it is the Varia website. They have a pretty good map there that you can manipulate when tracking area rando. I would be lost, and I don't trust my own drawings or handwriting enough to rely on it in a pinch. So I use something someone else made.
Scott is in Turian, and everybody wants to take a look right now. Scott has full everything in area, because the ship refill would just be too powerful based on runners' locations across the world. You get a free refill when you go down the elevator into Turian. So Scott has everything that he needs to crush this seed. I think this is a really good race. I think we'll see both runners in Turian at the same time. But this is Scott's race to lose at this point. I think Scott would be pretty hard-pressed. Actually, now that I think about it, without any solid beam upgrades, we might not have both runners in Turian, because I'm looking at it right now. Lies is probably looking for super missiles. 40 and 45 with just charge beam, like a naked charge beam, that's really not a good loadout.
Like, having charge beam as a backup so you don't soft lock is great, but even, you know, that replacing pea shooter charge beam with those last 15 super missiles, that's not good.
But even with this amount of E-tanks, like, most runners are just not going to go into a mother brain fight, you know, with a naked charge beam.
Yeah.
Even with this amount of E-tanks and supers.
So do you think, I mean, I don't know if it'd be worth it, but do you think we're going to see a stand-up glitch for this one?
I don't think we will. I would do it. I mean, charge and spacer might save you 1 second on stand-up. Maybe. It definitely does not have a good output for that. I just do stand up because I get bored waiting, and most of the categories I do, seriously, and most of the categories I do stand up anyways, so I don't always trust my damage down knowledge. Scott's an 80% runner, so, you know, and well, he's a hundo runner primarily, so he might just, being a hundo runner, he might just go for stand up because it's what he's used to.
Mm-hmm. And I wanted to visit on one thing that, are we going to get it?
Oh yeah, he'll probably. Oh, Scott. I thought he was going to get that baby skip.
I jinxed him. That's my bad.
I mean, that's hard. It's hard without wave beam.
Absolutely. Now you said when you go down to Turian, and that's only on full area rando, you automatically get a refill.
Full and light area.
Full and light area. Okay, I did not know that.
It's only because, you know, depending on the routes the runners go, if somebody is a little closer to the ship than somebody else, or somebody's got to go really far away out of their way to farm or find the ship, it would kind of create an off balance. So just having that refill there is a little bit more fair, I would say. You know, because that way a runner, you know, doesn't get screwed over by routing.
Yeah, okay.
So Jace, here's the difference between full area and light area. Light area, an area cannot connect to another area that it doesn't already connect to in vanilla. So criteria cannot connect to Lower Norfair in a light area, whereas in a full area, criteria can connect to Lower Norfair. All right, and we have confirmation that Scott is going to just shoot out these Zebs, which, you know, Scott should do good. Spazer and wave, trying to save as many supers as he can. I like this play. I would have done the same thing. Going to be a decent mother brain fight here. Yeah, Wise, probably happy to find that spacer beam.
And it looks like we're getting...
we could still possibly see a stand-up attempt from Scott. Like I said, it wouldn't really save any time. But this is going to be, even with 44 supers, this is going to be a fairly long mother brain fight.
Mm-hmm.
And Scott is likely to take enough damage to put him below the tanks, but I don't know. Scott's pretty good. But I don't think Scott has any low percent experience. I would say maybe it's going to be close to like a new route fight. I don't know. I don't know what the damage output is with, is it a bit over 30 shots? So that's not bad. So this is a little easier mother brain fight than a new route. So Scott should be okay.
And like you're saying, plenty of energy. Plenty of energy to, you can take a few hits.
Yeah. Well, you're just talking about the stand-up. Like Scott is not in jeopardy. I have full confidence that he's going to win this fight. I've been watching Scott play for about 2 years now, and Scott is quite an incredible runner. Might be 60 shots, Beamer.
See, I don't know the math behind all of it.
I think it's 120. Is it 120 damage from Charged Spazer? I know it's 90. I know it's 90 for a P shot.
And Mother Brain has how much health? Was it 60,000?
Yeah. 18,000.
18,000. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, my mother brain math is kind of hard too. I only know like new route, old route, full beam, supers, and low ice. That's the only math I know.
Lie's taking quite a bit of damage from those Metroids, but should be fine. Entering his last room.
You know, we do have both runners in Turian, and I think that makes for a really incredible race.
Yep.
I think Lies might have routed a little bit better. Scott is just a little stronger Super Metroid runner and was able to get through the game a little bit faster. Maybe a little bit more confident in his boss fights, a little more confident in his movement. But I think Lies and Gasoline held their own quite well. Definitely, by the way, a shout out to the Kaizo suits that Lies has had, the Donatello.
And honestly, I think the charge beam ended up hurting Lies and Gasoline more in the long run because Scott was doing all that ammo collecting, knowing that I don't have charge beam, so I should probably plan on it. Lies and Gasoline, thinking, well, I have Charge Beam, I might be able to, I'm going to find more stuff later. But at the end, Lies and Gasoline went through still and started collecting that ammo.
I know. Where were the heckin' beams? I'm going to say the beams were at Crockemeyer and East Meridia.
one of them has to be at Shack Tool. They have to be.
Right. Shack Tool and Crockemeyer had 2 majors, but again, we haven't seen bombs or spring ball. But where were the heckin' beams? And I think you called that exactly right. Lies would have been here much sooner if he didn't have to go looking after beams. Because he would have had ammo like Scott did. Usually when you pick up Charge Beam earlier, you're like, all right, I need to go on an ammo hunt. I'm going to find a beam, but you always find a beam.
Yeah, chat pointing out, we also didn't see anything on top of the wreck ship. And
there could be one. We had about 7 item locations, 6 or 7 wreck ship items we didn't see.
So there was a good chance something got left behind there. Okay, so that was a really, really good Mother Brain 3 fight. I mean, he was there and gone.
Yeah.
This is vanilla escape, so we're not going to have any surprises on this go around.
So even though Scott's going to walk away with the victory here, I really hope Lies and Gasoline finishes this. I want to see them kill Mother Brain and complete this seed. They have a very good time. I think they did a very good job. Well raced by both runners. Scott getting his any spark there.
Has to go back and do it again.
And yeah, almost every time I go for the Behe Spark, that's exactly my end result. So I usually just do the straight up. Come on, Lies, you can do this. I want to see you survive this fight.
I don't know. With what Lies has right here, even if I felt behind, I think I would go ahead and just go back and refill on missiles. That's 45 missiles you can get back and help out. That's less you need to use with super missiles.
It is a lot. Like, the glass is broken right now, but again, cannot do it. So this is a really long. This will be a pretty long Mother Brain fight. But I want to see Lies. I want to see Lies do this. And then, GG Fat Scott, do we have the official race time?
For 1 hour.
1
hour, 6 minutes, and 2 seconds. GG Scott. Fat Scott said he'll join us after credits have played. Probably curious as to where on earth those other beams are.
Where are those heckin' beams? I'm a little scared for Lies and Gasoline for this fight. I've just been doing a lot of low ice lately, and there's probably going to be 60 plus shots here with the Spazer, and that's a long time. You're thinking it takes 1 second to charge it. This is a tough fight. Like, a lot of people that just watch a lot of any percent or like a lot of hundo or something like that, they might feel like Mother Brain is a pushover.
Not when you don't have all the stuff.
Yeah, the longer the Mother Brain fight is, the more difficult it is. And
absolutely, I mean,
I would say low percent categories are by far the most difficult boss fights. I think Mother Brain, the lower the percent goes, she becomes the most difficult boss to fight. Got a healthy amount of E-tanks here for Lies and Gasoline, doing a really good job. I'm with Farfalu. We should use some golden showers here. With 19 power bombs available, let's go for it.
With this, I mean, with Fat Scott's fight, it was, you had plenty of supers, and then you just finished with Charge Beam. With Lies and Gasoline, you don't have a lot of supers. So this now becomes into a fight of attrition. You didn't have to worry about that as much with Fat Scott.
Yeah, I'm just a little worried for Lies. Lies does have the Mother Brain saved, but it's taken a lot of onion rings. Mother Brain is not being very kind. We have one more
catch-up away.
We're like one triple hit catch-up or triple hit onion ring away from, dying here.
Yep.
But again, I want to see Lies finish this.
I do see Lies saving. Oh, there's catch-up. Okay, I was going to say Lies did save 15 supers just for this, which was very good call. The less amount of time you have to spend while doing this phase, the less of a chance that you'll have of taking any of those extra games.
Yeah, I think the catch-up
that was a good fight. That was a good decision.
Yeah, it was really good. Okay, so here we go. Wave Beam at Crockemeyer. Ice Beam was at Norfair Reserve.
So you called something like that. So they weren't in. You didn't have to dig deep for them at all.
No. My goodness. But anyways, I don't know. I forgot what I was saying before. Oh yeah, the catch-up phase is kind of like harder to survive because it hits harder, but it's a little safer to predict the patterns.
Yeah, absolutely.
Vanilla spring ball.
I didn't see that. Is that really where it was?
That's what Kirby fans telling us.
That's hilarious.
We were not getting that.
So overall, how'd you think this one played out? I mean, this was a nice, decent seed. At the beginning, we thought this was going to be, a pushover of a seed with the 2 suits at the beginning, but I don't think it ended up being.
No, I think the way the beams were kind of laid out, I'm still surprised that neither runner, being an Upper Norfair, checked the Norfair Reserve, so they could have had Ice Beam. But Plasma Beam being at the top of Wreck Ship, no runner was going to find that. There's no way. So the seed played out pretty well. I thought it was a very interesting map. I think both runners did a tremendous job routing, a tremendous job mapping. It's just Scott's movement was just a little better overall, and the fact that Lies picked up Charge Beam earlier and, ended up not having good ammo at the end. They're just a couple, there were just a few small things that went in Scott's.
And speaking of which, we are joined by Fat Scott. So, GG, Fat Scott.
Hi, GG.
Yeah, so tell us what do you think of that? How'd that go for you?
Yeah, 2 suits, 3 minutes in. How did you feel?
Yeah, at first I was like, oh no, it's gonna be one of these seeds where it just gives you the 2 suits, and then you have to find out what to do for the rest of the seed, like go wherever you want. I think for the most part I did mostly okay. I don't really think there's the one big thing that I definitely lucked out on is when I ran out of power bombs. First going to Ridley. And then Power Bombs of Shame was vanilla, so I got kind of built out and didn't have to reset and farm more inside of Fire Fleas. That probably saved me like 2 or 3 minutes just because of that. And I think finding Charge where I did at the end was good because I think I would have had enough ammo, maybe. Yeah, I think so. But I would have had to like go back and refill at the refill in Turian a bunch of times, and that would have been really slow. So I got kind of lucky there. And
yeah, saw. Oh, I'm sorry. Continue.
And I didn't know where Ice or like Plasma or anything like that was. So
Ice was at Norfair Reserve.
Oh, okay.
And, Plasma was top of Wreck Ship.
Oh yeah, okay. I wasn't probably going to get either of those.
No, but I think Norfair Reserve, like, so what happened is you went and you checked that single chamber portal and then you just ran with it.
Yeah.
Probably would have checked Norfair Reserve and then Speed and then went through the portal. But, again, you both routed really well. The largest difference in routing is that Lies found trade early and you found trade late. And then Lies did not seem particularly comfortable going into Lower Norfair. Did a little bit additional farming and a little bit more item collecting, so entered Lower Norfair a little bit later. You guys had a good high 5 at Wreck Ship. I think it's a really interesting race to watch back. I think you both routed it really, really well. And very, very, very good race.
Is he still going right now?
He is done right now.
Yeah, he just finished with a time of 1 hour, 13 minutes, and 6 seconds.
Yeah,
so
GG is great, well run.
GG. Oh yeah, okay, I see now. That's funny. I ask about that and then he finishes.
Hopefully, Lies will come in for an interview also.
Yeah, I can ask him. Yeah, so Fat Scott, the Power Bombs of Shame was you went down there and I noticed that and I was pointing it out like, hey, I don't think he has enough power bomb, but then you got bailed out, and then you got bailed out shortly thereafter again when you found the E-Tank after doing Amphitheater.
Yeah, I think I didn't really need the E-Tank, but it was nice. Honestly, I felt like it was so like circumstantial, the fact that I thought like, I don't know, I thought that would have looked sus or something, like, oh my god, I don't know. But like the fact that I found the power bomb there, and then on the way out after taking a bunch of damage in Amphitheater, I found an E-Tank. Like, Like the seed was like, I don't know. The seed kind of felt like it was just handing me things. I don't know. It was weird.
I mean, that's a really good way of putting it. This seed was kind of like really crappy on the beams, but literally everything you needed was kind of right up front. You know, once you got, you know, Varia and Gravity, and then, well, you had Speed early on, then you found Screw Attack and Space Jump. It's kind of like, all right, well, I'm just going to truck through this. Pretty awesome.
Right. And then the really quick croc check I did, and then finding high jump like that was really nice. I figured I would just check croc just in case it was something good on the first item, and then it was, and I was like, oh yay. And then I just ditched croc because I didn't want to check the rest of it.
What was croc? Was it high jump boots?
Yeah, it was high jump, which probably saved me time in the long run, considering the croc fight took maybe like 30 seconds at most.
Yeah, we do have Lies and Gasoline here, but their mic is muted. Lies, if you can unmute your mic.
Yeah,
I'm very happy to have you here. GG on the seed.
GG.
Thanks. Yeah, it was closer than I thought it would be, for sure. So I'm happy with that. You know.
You did a really great job. As I was telling Scott earlier, both of you had not substantially different routes, but like you found Kraid and you found your charge beam early, which unfortunately KJ felt that kind of hurt you in the long run because you didn't pick up a lot of ammo. After that,
I started skipping ammo, and I'm like, I'll find a beam, and then the very end, right before Turian getting trolled with Spazer there, it's like, oh well, it's something, I guess. Jeez, where was Plasma? Did you find it, Scott?
Top of wreck ship.
Top of wreck ship. Yeah, I didn't go up there. Should have just done it.
Y'all found exactly the same items, with the difference being that Scott went to Croc and found high jump boots, and you did not have high jump boots.
Yeah.
Scott also went to Lower Norfair a lot earlier than you did. So I was wondering if that was a comfort thing for you.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I don't think I had Screw Attack when I first saw it, and then the second time it was the lava dive part, and I'm like, well, I know where the other side is, so why don't I just go do Dragon and then go back to the other side of Lower Norfair?
Okay.
I figured instead of just doing lava dive, that's a pain in the butt.
Yeah. So how did you guys ended up liking this particular area rando? I'm looking at the map now, and it seems like we had, Red Brinstar looks to be kind of like a central hub. Brinstar had almost all the connections to all the different places.
I think this one was a cool one. I would say it's a pretty interesting seed for the most part. It wasn't too confusing with the area rando, but it also was like, it wasn't like right, like super obvious of like the exact pathing either. So I was a fan of it personally.
Yeah.
And I realized at the end that I'd seen every exit already, so I knew that the top of Meridia had to be, one of them had to go to Criteria and one of them had to go to Kraid. So that worked out for me in the end. I was kind of betting on that sort of once I was near the end.
Yeah, and I think that like one of the last places I saw was East Meridia, and I knew then that Croc had to be at the top of East Meridia, and I'm like, all right, well, there's one major there. Is it really worth checking, going all the way up there? I don't know. And I didn't. It was high jump, probably worth it, but what can you do?
I really only checked up there because at that point I wasn't sure where Kraid was entirely. I just need to check that and see, and then I could go back to West Meridia, which is why I was trying to find my way around after that. And then when I found Croc and saw it had two majors, I was like, well, I guess I'll check Croc really quick and see what he has. And then,
So was there two up there? So then I miscounted. I must have wrote the wrong number somewhere. I thought there was only one up there. So
I don't know what the second one was. I didn't bother checking.
Was high jump right behind Croc there?
High jump was the Crocky tank.
Yeah, that's fine.
So I kind of already know Liza Gasoline's response to this because him and I have talked about this before. But with the full area playset that you guys chose, is this something you want to see more in this tournament? Is this going to be something you're going to try and go for again on your next race?
I think so. I usually like playing full area, full countdown. Although there's probably going to be a week where I might not want to do area just because I've done it a lot. But we'll see. I think full countdown area is like probably one of the best ways to play rando in my opinion, because I feel like even if my movement is a lot better than some other runners, it means that there's like routing can be more of a factor, and I don't feel like I'm like pulling too far ahead just because of that alone. I feel like it gives other players a better chance, and I don't like to. I like to have like a race, like where we can finish pretty close. I don't like having a race where I can like pull ahead just because I've played the game longer and all that kind of stuff.
That's exactly it. Yeah, I mean, the more random, the better, because like my movement's not very good, and it's the more chance I have to make a better decision than you or whoever. It makes it a lot easier for me to catch up a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, I like the full area. I'm not a personal fan of playing it myself. I really like seeing a race when it has the random start. I just love that little bit of extra puzzle piece to it. What can you do with what you've got in the position that you're in?
Yeah, how about that start with both suits down there in Green Bryn?
2 minutes and 43 seconds or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
I have never seen 2 suits picked up that fast ever.
That was crazy.
That was like, I don't even know what to say about that. The no suit restrictions thing there really, that was something else. Like the way the area rando worked out to the fact that I think that it had to be that way.
Right. Yeah, that's true.
Well, maybe not the Varia, but like still, it's just like, it's really strange that it happened that way.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, again, GG. This is a great race to watch. Gymnastics, you got anything else?
Yeah, so what we have left, unfortunately, there's no channel. SpeedGaming is really full today. So Shindig Pig and Dante are racing at 1 p.m. So in just about a half hour. So if you want to go into their personal streams and kind of check it out, maybe you can do a Cadger or Cadgar multi Twitch or something like that. And then tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, we have Akeline versus Polar Bear Bunny. And that will have myself and Sloters on commentary. So you were talking about, do you love full area? Well, that will be a full area race tomorrow. And I have to say, I really want to chime in on the area. I think area is absolutely wonderful. I think it evens out the playing field a little bit, just like you had talked about. It's a very exciting way to play Super Metroid. I hated area rando when we started the community tournament this past summer, and now it's one of my absolute favorite ways to play randomizer. I think full area is really, really cool, and there's a lot of unique opportunities that you don't get to see, and a lot of settings. I want to give Idle Child a shout out, as I have every time I've done commentary, for his idea for this Choozo Randomizer tournament. I think is a very unique tournament idea. I think putting settings in the hands of the players and letting them come up with settings that they want to run together, it's just a very, very unique idea, and I think it's been a very exciting tournament so far. So we're almost done with week 2. We got week 3 coming up next week, and everybody just please stay tuned. This has been tremendous. That's all for me. KJ, do you want to close the show for us all?
Sure, we'll do. Before we close it out completely, runners, do you have any last thoughts, any last words, comments to make?
Just GG, and thanks for the race. It was fun.
Yeah, thanks a lot. And thanks for commentating. Thanks Farmers tracking for us.
Yes, we got Farmers tracking, so yeah, GG everyone. Thanks everyone for watching, and thank you guys for running. If you haven't already, again, give everyone here a follow. phatscott, liesandgasoline, give them a follow. They gave us a really good race today. Follow Gymnastics and Farmer343. Thank you guys for commenting and tracking. Yeah, we will see everyone on the next race.
See you next mission.